Hello everyone there on YouTube, this is Alex here with Lucksack Games, and we're here playing some Neobrand in Modern. So we're playing some real fun, real fair Magic, and we're hoping to go against some big mana decks. So, if you are tuning in for the first time, please explore the content. If this is not your first time, definitely seem to be dropping by, hit that comment. Hit that subscribe button and see our future content as well. So what does this hand do? This hand is a turn 2 combo with any land. Or Simian Spirit Guide, right? No. Yes, because Wild Cantor. Yeah. I can dig it. Alright, let's go ahead and keep. This Once Upon a Time is going to determine what we're doing here. What do we do, an opponent? What are we doing? Definitely seen this player's name before. Vorg7. Not sure in what format. That's the downside of streaming lots of formats, is sometimes you're like, did I see you in Vintage? Did I see you in Legacy? No, wait, it was that Modern event, right? Alright, Basic Island. It's not exactly what we want to see. Alright, so we're hoping for a Simian Spirit Guide so we can turn one our opponent. Good news is our opponent is not playing Counterspell's main board. Our opponent is playing the Urza deck. EE for 0. Cast another Astrolabe, maybe? Gilded Goose. That's fine. So we're going to yield through this turn. Take our draw step. See what it is. Nourishing Shoal is pretty good. So we're going to cast Once Upon a Time without paying its mana cost. And it looks like we're just going to grab a Forest. Yep. And pass to the turn. So we could play the Wild Cantor, but I don't think that's the right call. So currently we could be a number of decks, including Amulet Titan. So that's one of the reasons why I chose the Forest there of the Gemstone Mine. Botanical Sanctum already produces our second color. Unfortunately, since our opponent is a combo deck, we are going to have to go coast to coast. We won't be able to get away with just putting an 8/8 into play and passing the turn. See what the opponent does here. Oko, Thief of the Crown. So we're going to take a moment and pretend we're scared of this. Alright, let's see if they chunk in for 3 this turn. Blue. Emery's pretty good. Mishra's Bauble. Engineered Explosives, Misty Rainforest, Polluted Delta, huh? Alright, so they are going to chunk in here. It's a good thing we already have this Nourishing Shoal. Take 3. And at 17 life, we're at a relatively high life total. They only have 1 card in hand, so they can't have Force of Negation. Let's go. Cast by exiling 2 green cards from your hand. Once Upon a Time and Eldritch Evolution, please. Alright, now we'd like to Neoform this, please. Targeting that. We're going to go get our Gristlebrand now. And we're going to draw 7 cards. Alright, we're going to Nourishing Shoal, pitching the Worm. And we're going to draw 7 cards. Alright, so that's why we did it that way, because now we can Noxious Revival, targeting the Nourishing Shoal. Wait. Cancel. Cancel. Make sure we didn't draw another Noxious Revival first. Is this my whole hand? It is. Double checking. Sorry, guys. Alright. Noxious Revival, targeting Nourishing Shoal. This would have been our Fizzle if we didn't just have the ability to put another one back on top. So draw some cards here. 1 mana monkey. 2 mana monkeys. We have made our land drop this turn. So 1 mana monkey, 2 mana monkeys. It's Nourishing Shoal, pitch this worm. So cast, exiling this worm. Draw 7. Draw 7 more. Alright. See if we have Labman yet. Oh, where's our Labman? Right? Alright, so the good news is if we pat for any green creature in our deck, Labman will be the last card in our deck. Alternatively, we can just Manamorphose. Yeah, Manamorphosing sounds better. So exile a monkey. Exile a monkey. This deck's great. Alright, so it's 2 monkeys. Do we not have a 3rd monkey? Well, the good news is we don't need one. Manamorphose. Blue, red. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. And then we cast Nourishing Shoal, exiling Allosaurus Rider. And then we draw 7 cards. And then we exile our monkeys and our Labmans, which are all in the last cards of our library. And then we Nourishing Shoal to draw 7 cards. We won the game. Haha, comboing off against Emery. That always feels amazing. So, the good news. They have very little interaction. Very. They might have a metallic rebuke. What that means for us. Guess we just bring in the Pact of Negations over the Serum Visions. I don't think Veil Summer is very good, even though it can technically counter a Thoughtseize, for example. They're going to Thoughtseize us on 1 and they're on the play. And slotted packs aren't worth paying for on Urzas or Emerys or whatever. Yeah, we got to do the thing. Getting to do the thing immediately feels amazing. We also got to do the thing in our Legacy League today, so you should definitely check that out if you haven't already. Over at YouTube on Alex Brown. Wish it was Lucksack Games. Max sad face. For the record, I made a bit.ly for it, so it's a bit.ly / capital L Lucksack Games. So it's just Lucksack. Sorry. Wow, I'm making this promo so bad. I'm sorry. It's bit.ly / Lucksack. Matter of fact, I'm just going to put it in chat. Just like that. That's exactly how it is. So, we're just waiting on our opponent's sideboard here. Metallic Rebukes and Thoughtseizes is the only interaction I'm expecting out of them. They can be the Jeskai Ascendancy or the Paradoxical Outcome version currently. And I don't think one version is particularly more popular than the other at the moment. They're both running everywhere. Everywhere. Not gonna lie, I honestly considered putting a couple collector oofs in this board. Make them say oof. Alright, so let's see here. Waiting on the phone call. So that was a pretty cool, clean turn 2 combo. Very nice, very nice. Slightly slow for this deck, though. I think we want to be able to do that on turn 1. Which we could have done if we had hit a monkey off of the, Once Upon a Time. Alright, this hand is an example of a bunch of cards that we want in our deck. So remember, mulliganing is a privilege, not a punishment. And I think this hand kills on 2. 1? This hand kills on 1, right? Yes, it does. Keep. I guess we'll bottom the Once Upon a Time since we have Summoner's Pact for second Allosaurus Rider. Alright, let's go. Didn't pregame it. Alright, that's my fault. That's 100% my fault. So now we have to draw a land, and I've already bottomed the Once Upon a Time. Sad. Okay. Well, it looks like the opponent's keeping up interaction on 1 anyways. We drew mana, but not the mana that we needed. Opponent looks like they might be opting here, or just fetching a tap shock land. Yeah. So we need to draw any land because of my misplay. So I am so sorry, everyone. Can't click past those pregame effects. Gotta slow it down. Slow it down. Damping Sphere. Slow it down. We are going to cast Summoner's Pact in response to that, fail to find, and pass through our turn. We have lost the game. No, I refuse to pay your mana cost. Alright, so we would have won the game had I not punted it. Sorry. Oops. I would be mad at me, and I am mad at me. So, we bring in Nature's Claim. I'm going to bring in 1 Nature's Claim of 1 Serum Visions, and let's see how that looks for the last game. Guess we also need Pact of Negation, since we now know what their hate is. Yeah. We would like to play first. This hand is unfortunately needed an evolution effect over this Gristlebrand, so we're going to mulligan. We're going to mulligan again. Alright, so let's look at this hand. Tinge doesn't do it either. We're going to 4. Wow. Alright, well, 3. Alright, we get to keep on 3, guys. So we're going to bottom this one, this one, this one, and this one. Done. And just hope to rip into green cards and lands. So all we need is 1 land and 2 green cards, but it's pretty unlikely on our mold of 3 that we're going to get there. I'm optimistic enough to continue playing, though. That's a green card. See, green cards and lands are both good draws here. See what the opponent's doing. Wet ball. We have a Nature's Claim now, opponent. We have a Nature's Claim. That's not the end of the game anymore. Opponent. So you get to draw cards. That's the second green card. Nature's Claim into land kills our opponent. Likely. Nature's Claim into land. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, opponent fetching there tells me that they have a counterspell they want to hold up at 2 mana. Yeah, they can't hold it up any. They can hold up Metallic Rebuke still. That's spice. No, because they cast 2 spells now. Now let's see what we draw. Has to be land or Nature's Claim, basically. Okay. Land and Nature's Claim is what we're hoping to get here. So we're going to yield through this turn. With the opponent mill with the Emery. An Opal. So they can go infinite if they have a 0-drop. Oh, they can't go infinite. So something we should have gathered based on Game 2 Wet Ball is that they're not Jeskai Ascendancy. Although, of note, Jeskai Ascendancy can combo right through it. Also, 3 basics. And Watery Grave. Yeah, there's a lot of hints. A lot of hints, looking back. Alright, second Wet Ball, we only have 1 Nature's Claim in our deck. Let's go. Alright. That was a little bit high game 1, lows game 2 and 3, definitely misplayed. Welcome to Lucksack Games. Let's find an opponent for match number 2. Come on, opponent. You only have 30 seconds to click the button. If you don't click the button, you'll never know what you'd play against, which would be us. Wouldn't you love to get to know us? We're really fun. Bye, opponent. We'll take a new one. Why doesn't anyone want to play with us? We don't look that funny. We're not that funny. What could be the downside? Maybe the opponent thinks we're on ley lines in Modern. For the record, that deck can't work in Modern. Sarah's Sanctum is the only reason why that deck even has a potential in Legacy. No potential, just fun. Meme potential. Meme stock market. Let's go. Oh no, do we pair into the same guy that doesn't feel like playing against us again? Opponent, no, please don't run away from us. Come back. Hit the accept button. We've been put back into the priority queue. Alright. Waiting for that opponent. Curious why all these people keep joining the queue if they're just going to walk away. I'm right here waiting for them. Right here. Where are you, opponent? I'm ready to play. Let's throw down. Let's throw down and go down and throw down again. Let's get him dead. Alright, got him. Let's join this match. Principino Nick, thank you so much for following. Alright, what does this hand do? And thank you, Capolo42. Apparently this is just my old notifications triggering again. So this hand on turn 3, Allosaurus Riders Evolutions, but that's... Is that a keep in most? Legacy Goblins, thank you so much for following. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep. We pregame this because if we draw a Simian Spirit Guide, it does it for us. Apparently my notifications are just being a little silly. Our opponent's on mono boltu.deck, so let's hopefully not... Alright, cast without paying its mana cost. Let's find an ape. Let's find a monkey. Mana monkey, please. That's a mana monkey. That's a mana monkey! We get to do a turn 1 thing. Let's do a turn 1 thing. I love doing the turn 1 thing. Alright. So... Cast by exiling 2 green cards. Cast Eldritch Evolution. So we do have to draw our whole deck because we are... oh no, we haven't even... Yeah, okay, that does it. For the record, I probably would have just gone Gristlebrand Pass. Since if the opponent wants to waste burn on it, that's fine. And there's no way that... It's very unlikely that they're able to do 7 damage to it. No, there's no way. So... Against mono red, huh? I don't think we board. Right? What could they possibly have? Thinking. Cage. So Nature's Claims over Serum Visions. Seems fine. Alright, let's submit it. I guess we could bring in Leyline Sanctities, but I don't think that's the matchup this is for. Alright, this hand does it on turn 4, or turn 2, so we're going to keep it. But we'd prefer to draw into a card, a green card that was not Nourishing Shoal. Okay. Double A-Line of Combustion's kind of cute out of the opponent. Okay, so that's the opponent's first turn. Let's see what our first turn is. Wild Cantor is exactly the green card I was looking for. So Waterlogged Grove does hurt us, so there's no reason not to play Gemstone Mine Pass. Opponent's starting on a very low mole with double Leyline. Curious if they think we're like on a lightning storm kill or something like that. Manamorphose is fine. Eidolon is devastating. I don't think this deck plays Eidolon for the record. 2 cards in hand, 2 mana floating. Crash through. That's another prowess trigger. Back to 2 cards in hand. Hopefully some lands in there instead of all these spells. Alright. Alright, opponent, you were scaring me with all those spells. So after damage, second main, our turn. Alright, once again, since we didn't have to pact for this rider, we did just draw a shoal though, so I'll probably start going off and see where it winds up, you know what I mean? So let's exile 2 green cards from our hand to cast this guy. Then let's Neoform him. Let's add a blue and a green. And sack this guy. Put a Gristlebrand in play. He's an 8/8. Opponent has 2 cards left in hand. Pass the turn. We can go off next turn pretty easily. See what the opponent has. Manamorphose, that's fine. Cool thing is, as well, as if we hit them with this Gristlebrand, we have 8 more life and untapped lands to go off with. Okay, opponent's going to combat. Probably not attacking. That's a free 8 life for us. It looks like they're just going to hold that bolt and hope that we drop to a life total. Simian Spirit Guide was not a terrible draw there. And hope we drop to a life total that's low enough that bolt kills us. Which we get to gain 8 life here, so that's very unlikely. So we are going to pay 7 and draw 7 though. And hitting the worm there is pretty good, so we're probably going to keep going off. So let's go ahead and pay 7, draw 7. And there's all 3 mana monkeys and a Manamorphose, so let's go ahead and 3 mana monkeys and a Manamorphose. Yep. Nourishing Shoal and this. Alright, so let's draw 7. Draw 7. We can draw our deck, so it is deterministic now, by the way. Draw 7. We go to 4, which is not going to die off of this. Alright, so Nourishing Shoal. Let's see if we drew the worm. See, if this Leyline had been Leyline Punishment, it would have won our opponent the game. So if I don't see the worm in our hand, I'm going to go Pact for it. Alright. Cancel. Cast Pact. Because even though we could have won without this, there's no reason for us to not win with it. Is that true? If I just shoal here and gain 14 life, what do they do? Right? So I can gain 14, 21 life. Let's exile one of these smaller things before I commit to that. So let's draw 7. Keep in mind we get to play another land. We're just looking for Labman, basically. We found Labman. So now we want to get the highest life total possible. So Summoner's Pact here seems 100% correct. Because it also puts us at 6 cards in library. Let's grab our last worm. Let's go ahead and Nourishing Shoal this last worm. We'll play a Gemstone Mine, and we will happily tap our land to cast our spell, which is Laboratory Maniac. We win the game. Alright, we won our first match. Or, we won the second match, I'm sorry. This deck is so fun. So I definitely think passing there was key, especially when we had to draw all the way down to 4. But I also think that I didn't use Nourishing Shoals. I could have and such. Because mainly I was being very conservative, planning on still passing the turn. But when the draw just kind of lined up into killing them that turn, there's no reason to not just kill them that turn. So what does this hand do? Kills him on turn 1? Potentially? Yeah, let's Go ahead and keep this. A little sad the Laboratory Maniac's in our hand. Probably conceding to a Thoughtseize. No, we have Noxious Revival. We don't even have to concede to Thoughtseize. Island Pass. Alright, well that's fine. Let's draw. See what we draw. Another Summoner's Pact. Let's cast Once Upon a Time and see what that gets us. Ha! A whiff, huh? Alright, well, let's pass the turn. We still get to do it next turn. It's just that we don't get to do it this turn. Ooh, hopefully the opponent's on Storm, because I hate Storm, and being able to derp all over Storm would have been great. That being said, I have no idea what this Teamer deck is. So we're about to die when we cast this Summoner's Pact. So, cast Summoner's Pact. Grab Allosaurus Rider. Cast by exiling 2 green cards from my hand. Dead here to counter magic. Opponent still pausing definitely makes me feel that the counter magic is there. So let's find out. What are you countering this with, opponent? Oh, hello. Alright, we do have to go off because I Summoner's Pacted, so there's 7. Pact again. Grab the big worm. Ooh, what's this? It's a lightning bolt, so they can F6. Totally fair, opponent. I don't blame you. Big worm. Nourishing Shoal. The big worm. Pay 7, gain 7. Draw 7. Pay 7, draw 7. Pact for the worm. We've got this now. It is now deterministic. Noxious Revival, targeting Nourishing Shoal. We'll pay the cost. Pay 7, draw. Okay. So now we Nourishing Shoal, exiling the worm. Nourishing Shoal, exiling this. Pay life. Pay life. Gain 7 more. You always want to be able to do it twice, just in case they have some interaction for your lab man. Manamorphose. Blue, blue. And all the way back to the card that started in our opening hand, this Laboratory Maniac. Storm count 13. Let's win the game. Alright. This deck's great. I love this. Alright, so that was a win against what appeared to be a Teamer deck. No idea what they could be up to, though. Guess we bring in these Pact of Negation since they're a blue deck and take out these Serum Visions. That was a pretty sweet one. Howdy out there to everyone watching currently. Thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely also check out my YouTube where you can find all of my streams and some things that I don't stream on that. MVP Doug, thank you so much for following. I appreciate you being here. It is a really cool deck, so it's capable of winning, and we did win on the first turn of the game. Additionally, if you like games that are decks that are memes, you should check out our Legacy League that we did earlier as well. Let's see what we have here real quick. So this hand is 1 land away from killing our opponent on turn 1, or on turn 2. With a Pact of Negation, I think that hoping to draw into a single land is probably one of the better things we can hope to draw to in this deck. And then we have double green card and everything, without even having to pitch a shoal. So, alright, it's going to pass. We're going to play a Waterlogged Grove. It's a shame the Summoner's Pact can't go get Elvish Spirit Guide like it can in Legacy. Otherwise, we'd be killing them this turn. So Doug, you have to let me know, is Modern your main format? Do you explore other formats? Are you mainly a Standard player and this is your first time tuning in? So let's see. Alright, fetch the Steam Vents. We established game 1 there's some sort of Teamer deck, which they appear to be holding up maybe Monolith this turn, so land. So that was an Allosaurus Rider. I don't think casting one gets us much where we want to be, so we're just going to discard this Neoform and pass. Opponent will opt. Sweet! I have a bit of a Pauper Brew, which is Mono Green Tron, which is my Paper Tron deck. What do you play in EDH? Oh, Wrenn and 6. That's going to fix any mana problems they might have. Alright, land. Land-a-rooney. You know what's great? That's actually kind of a land. That's a land with Suspend 1. So we can actually use that as a land next turn, but we have to pass the turn this turn. Oh, that's sweet. Ha! Nice. I don't have any local players that play CEDH. I do have one friend that has like 13 foiled commander decks, everything. And I mean like the new Yawgmoth, Urza, all foiled out, all expeditions, and I'm like, yeah, I showed up with a fairly casual one. They weren't too happy when I had a more competitive deck. Alright, so possible we should have stacked the Wild Cantor there. But with Wrenn and 6, I don't figure it's living anyways. So the reason why we're taking so many draw steps is because if the opponent... Yeah. I know, right? Dude, he's crazy, though. He's like 46, he's a cop, great guy, works full-time job, you know, is able to afford the things that I necessarily can't. Alright, so I actually don't mind drawing the second Pact of Negation there, even. Opponent's going to flash in and not. Alright, this is fine. If you did need dual lands, which dual lands would you need? The only duals I own at the moment are Bayous and Badlands. I used to own Volcanics, but that was when I played Sneak and Show. Now Reanimator and Mono Blue Rogues are my main decks. So, let's see. Trying to avoid opening myself up to Surgical, but I guess that's the least of our worries at this point, right? So unfortunately what you're seeing here is a bit of the fail rate of the deck. We do have double Pact of Negation though, so I'm feeling pretty good about our chances if we manage to rip that land next turn. So everyone in chat, root for us. Come on. We're going to get there. Let's rip that land off the top. Mind you, we're still not under that much pressure. So even if the opponent has double Force of Negation, we beat that. Ah, not another Allosaurus Rider. No. No. Alright, so we're going to ditch this. It's still the best thing to ditch, correct? Double checking. Yep. So, we're just hoping to draw land. It's the best we can do, right? So, are you familiar with this deck, since you play mostly Modern? Also, what do you play in Modern? I'm a Mono Green Tron player currently. Get in for 2. Alright, opponent's holding with 1,000,000 pieces of interaction up, which is correct. Let's see, draw. I think I found one I can discard. Advanced Soulhoarder's a cool deck if you like to play a lot of Magic, because it makes you work for those wins as far as triggers, but man, is it a fun deck to play too. On the Infect, what colors are you playing of Infect? I have a close friend, Harrison, that plays Black-Green Infect, and another close friend, Meekle, that plays Blue-Green. Also, you could be on the, what is it? The Splash White for Tef plan. Opponent's on Planeswalker Tribal. Upticks Jace on us. See if we draw a land. If we had a land on top, our opponent just put it down. So you are on the ban list. Nice. I think that Teferi tech looks pretty hot, actually. Neoform. Not quite what we were looking for. So we're just going to continue passing the turn. Nice. So, are you part of the Infect group on the Facebook page as well? No, just the Discord? Nice. Uh-oh. Alright. Alright. Ashiok does it. We can't beat Ashiok. Our opponent finally put us into the grasp. Yeah, right? Ashiok. Okay, I'm just saying, I've been impressed every format I've played against Ashiok in, how insane that card is. So, I'm still... On the draw, I think I still want these Pact Negations. I guess Veil of Summer is fine, but they're not a discard deck. And this, I feel, is better against blue-black, where you want the ley lines and the veils. So, let's go ahead and run it on back. Would you like to play first? Yes. Well, yeah. Let's see. This hand does it on turn 1, right? Yep, hope they don't have Force of Negation. This is our reward for bricking forever game 2, right? I'm excited. We do not beat Force of Negation, unfortunately. So, let's see here. So we'll yield to that. Is there anything we could hit off of Once Upon a Time we'd want to hit? Yes, we could hit a big worm. And we have 2 cast without paying its mana cost. And we have 2 green cards to pitch anyways. I guess we'll just take another Chancellor Tangle since it's a big fatty to gain life off of. So here we're going to pitch Manamorphose and Chancellor. The reason why is Chancellor represents a draw 7. And let's Neoform. Let's go for it. Turn 1 Neoform. Turn 1 Neoform. Yeah! Alright, did we cast any Summoners Packs? I don't think we did. We did not. So the good news is, as long as we're conservative about this, we might actually just be able to pass the turn. So how likely is the opponent able to answer an 8-8? Hey, I appreciate you tuning in, Doug. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely check out the YouTube and let me know if there's anything you'd like to see played. I love playing all kinds of decks here. Have a good one, brother. Alright, so let's see here. How likely are we to be able to get it? I think we just get to pass here. The opponent will have counter magic, though. I talked myself into it. We're not here not to go for it. Summoner's Pact, Big Worm. Let's gain some life. 28. Draw some cards. Do it again. Alright. Noxus Revival there is pretty good. Probably finishing this off. So, you Summoner's Pact first because it shuffles your library. Grab the last Big Worm. Noxus Revival, targeting the Nourishing Shoal. Paying 2. Pay 7, draw. Nourishing Shoal, exiling the worm again. Pay 7, draw. Pay 7, draw. Alright, so we're at 6 now. We have Nourishing Shoal. Alright, so what we want to do here is we want to cast a couple Manamorphose to get down to 6 cards in the library. So, Simeon, Manamorphose. We also now have multiple Pact of Negation, so we're no longer worried about Force of Negation, although obviously the opponent didn't have it when they let us put a Gristlebrand into play. So, Manamorphose again. Make blue, red, draw a card. Oh no, should we have drawn the last 7 first? Because now I don't have a Simian Spirit Guide, right? And I only have 2 mana? Oh no, did I punt this? I did. I did. Alright, so should have pitched to gains. Let's see if the opponent concedes to that. Nope. Alright. We died, chat. I done goofed. If this was still in our library, we can Neoform this guy. Let's Neoform him away. Can't even do that anymore. Alright, well I punted this one. Definitely should have drawn 7 instead of trying to get to less cards in the library. So that one should have been a win. That was definitely pilot error. So much, everyone. See if we can win the next one. I got too excited to get to too many cards left, too little cards left in library. I miscounted our number of monkeys. Alright, what does this hand do? Nothing. Let's go ahead and mulligan. This hand puts a Gristlebrand at the bottom. That's a good start. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Bottom this. And pregame this. Because that gives us a Wild Cantor and a Serum Visions to try and set up into a win. That's a scary start. I think that means we want to just draw it off the top now. I did not mean Laboratory Maniac. When I say draw it, Laboratory Maniac is almost never what I'm referring to. Alright, well, I guess we Serum Visions first. Is there any reason to Manamorphose first? So if we Manamorphose, yeah, still can't, so. Wild Cantor, pay the green. Serum Visions. Alright, Simian Spirit Guide doesn't okay, so I'm gonna top the Summoner's Pact, top the Simian Spirit Guide, and plan on Manamorphosing using the Simian Spirit Guide next turn. Alright, so if the opponent taps out for Stoneforge Mystic, which is very likely, we kill them, hopefully. Assuming no more pilot error. I'm the pilot. This was a plane our last match would have crashed. Alright, let's see what the opponent has here. If they path our Wild Cantor, ironically, it's kind of bad for us. With only Spell Pierce here, they could be holding up and Force of Negation. I feel like we're kind of priced into just going for it this turn. So, draw Simian Spirit Guide. Green, white, Manamorphose. Add red, green. Summoner's Pact. Grab Allosaurus Rider. Cast Allosaurus Rider. Exiling these two. Oh no, I'm supposed to add double green! I'm the worst punter in the world. I'm the worst punter in the world. Why didn't I add double green? I even talked through the line that that's what we were going to do. And as soon as I pitched my second Manamorphose, that line was off the table. Oh no! Oh no! No more punts, proceeds to immediately punt. Alright, blue-white control is also one of our most miserable matchups. So we're going to bring in the Veil of Summers, we're going to cut these, we're going to cut one of the Once Upon Times, and we're going to send it back. Had to do green-green because the Simian Spirit Guide had to be the last mana. The red was supposed to come from Guide, not from Manamorphose. If I had just done green-green there, we would have comboed. Lesson learned. Please, if you're watching this on YouTube in the future, roast me for that. Badly. Badly roast me for that. This is the deck trying to cheer me up. Saying, alright, well, I know you messed up it last time, but here, you can try and turn one again if you want. So, since the opponent's deck is like a million counterspells, I think we are going to try and turn one them. So let's start by casting this without paying its mana cost. We might hit a worm. I guess we just take Botanical Sanctum. Play Botanical Sanctum. It's a little unfortunate we have to get rid of a Shoal here. Oh, that's why we shouldn't have got rid of it Once Upon a Time. It's good to know. If I was the opponent, I wouldn't even concede anymore. I'd be like, alright, I'm going to make you do it this time. Alright, exile these two. Neoform this one. Let's go get our 8-8. Pay 7, draw 7. We're not going to snap do that. We're going to take a look at our hand. Our hand is... Well, we're in for 1 pack, so we're in for a second. And we're drawing to a Nourishing Shoal. Nourishing Shoal, please. That's a Nourishing Shoal next turn. You know what the problem with that is? We do not have a next turn coming. 1 Simian Spirit Guide does not give us a loot at Manamorphose. Do we have a second? We have a Wild Cantor that can... Let's see. Opponent has cast no spells this turn, so we can't even cycle that. Yeah. We've died. What an anticlimactic ending to that match. Alright. See what we can do in match 5. See if we can misplay a little bit less, at least. Ideally. So again, thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Alex here with Lucksack Games, reminding you I also have a YouTube under Alex Brown that you should be checking out. Coco098. Let's see what we have here. So if we hit a land, we get to do it on 2. And if we hit a monkey, we get to do it on 1. Yeah. Let's see if we hit a monkey. Do we hit a monkey? Chancellor of the Tangle. That's not ideal. Alright. We're going to Masquerade as Amulet Titan for a turn and let them go. So the cool thing is we have double Neoform. Bad news is we only have single Summoners Pact. And here's Thoughtseize. Yay, they're Tron! Oh no, they're not Tron. That is definitely not Tron. We can still be Thoughtseized. Looks like we're not getting Thoughtseized. Are they eggs? Alright. Whatever they're doing looks fun. Alright, opponent, what are we about to draw? Tell us. Nourishing Shoal? That's great! That's like exactly what I would pick if I could pick 1 card to put on top of my library. So let's go ahead and cast this this Allosaurus Rider. Double check making sure it wants me to exile 2 green cards. And then let's go ahead and Neoform this. Blue, green, sack this. Let's go get our Gristlebrand, draw 7 cards. Okay, that's the game. So that's round 1. Our opponent's on the classic Blooming Marsh 8T5 artifact deck. I guess we want claims. And we get to keep Inniserum Visions even. Seems pretty good. They could have discard, I guess, but I don't think I want these Leylines. I'm going to bring in 1 Leyline over the Serum Visions, and if it's in our opening hand, sweet. If it's not in our opening hand, it's not a big deal. There's no guarantee they even run discard spells. This is a mulligan. Double Nourishing Shoal already puts us basically to 5. Mulligan. I'm going to go ahead and keep this, and I get to put Gristlebrand back in the deck. Can our opponent infinitely loop Hope of Kirapur? Let's find out. I will take another green card to replace that one. Not the ideal scenario, but that's okay. That thing does have flying. So we're storing a mana here and passing the turn. Now we're hoping that here on turn 2 is when we get to draw into our Allosaurus Rider. We have 8 of them in the deck currently. 4 Summoners Pact, 4 Allosaurus Riders. Opponent's on some spice, though. Grinding Station. Alright. Alright, I can get behind that opponent. Luckily, we've cleverly hidden Gristlebrand at the very bottom of our deck. So I assume they're going to silence us on our turn, which is perfectly fine by me. Yes. See if they have a way to recur that every turn. That would be a little more troublesome. That was a great draw for the sole fact that it cycles. I feel one good turn deserves another. And if they're attacking us for one, we're going to return the favor. See what the opponent has here. Looks like maybe an Emery combo deck. With the Glimmer Void and Spires instead of the whole Astrolabe package. Seems pretty cool. Emery resolves. So I was right at it being an Emery deck. Kethis the Hidden Hand. Alright. I had no idea what this deck was. Wow, this is fire, opponent. Alright, well I know... You're a madman. I'm the one playing Neobrand, and you're the madman opponent. Alright, Manamorphose. That's another... It's another cycle, so we might as well go ahead and cycle this Manamorphose. Take another look. Green, blue. That's not the creature we want to cast. Alright, let's go ahead and pass the turn. We can no longer attack in for one because they unfortunately have an Emery. So does the opponent hate really Hope of Ghirapur? That's weird. I guess they bring it back every turn with Emery. Can this do that? Yes. So every other turn they'll be able to silence us sounds a lot less awesome than every turn they can silence us. Well, I guess it's still every turn because they deal damage and recast it. But it won't be this turn that they're able to do it. Oh, they cast it for free now? That's kind of hot. Milling themselves for 3, playing a Jace Wielder of Mystery. Oh, they go infinite here. Alright, so Kethis Mox Amber Grinding Station is infinite. Alright, we're going to concede, opponent. Don't worry. We're just trying to figure out what was going on there. So I believe that's a combo in Standard, but unfortunately I don't really play Standard. Seeing that they have Collective Brutalities and stuff definitely makes me want to feel things. I think I'd rather have Veil of Summers in my deck. Ideally, we just do it super, super fast. It doesn't look like they have any counter magic interaction. I guess we'll just bring a Leyline of Sanctity. So that's 2 Leyline of Sanctity, 2 Veil of Summer. We would like to play first. Alright, so what does this one do? Not enough. Let's go. How hard do I believe in Once Upon a Time, right? Alright, so we need both halves of our combo. So we're going to take one more. Alright, this one's a keep. Definitely a keep. Sad we have to put Worm back into our deck, but I think that's definitely the choice. Yeah. Alright, so I think we just play this land and pass. Yeah. If we Once Upon a Time into Simian Spirit Guide, we literally lose our second green card. Yep. But it's a cool combo deck, that's for sure. Alright, so we do another green card, so let's go ahead and look for a land. Gemstone Mine is land, and we also put Gristlebrand to the bottom. We can't Manamorphose here, because if we whiff, we don't get to put an Allosaurus Rider into play. Any land or Simian Spirit Guide next turn allows us to try and combo off. See what the opponent does. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine. Now we just hope to draw into Neoform and get him. Neoform off the top is still good. Neoform? It's a green card, so that means we get to do this, right? Manamorphose. Blue, green. Eldritch Evolution's not miserable. So we're going to cast by exiling 2 green cards. And we're going to pass through the turn. So any land off the top allows us to combo. See what the opponent has? That's not a good sign. Sure. Mills over a couple Thoughtseize, so they definitely have that. Land. Simian Spirit Guide. Haha! Simian Spirit Guide's good enough. Eldritch Evolution, baby. This is how we evolve in the Eldritch. Cancel. Green. Green. Eldritch Evolution. Sack this. Alright, we're going to grab Gristlebrand. We're going to pay 7, draw 7. So we've not yet played a land this turn. We did not Summoner's Pact either, but our opponent's also a combo deck. I don't want to give him another turn. Worm. Nourishing Shoal, targeting Worm. Pact. Grab Worm. Pay 7. Shoal. Pitch Worm. Pay 7. I think we got there, guys. Guys and gals. Alright, so let's see what we got here. 2 mana. Might be holding up Dismember or something for our Lab Man. So even though we can cast him right now, we're going to be a little more careful than that. So Nourishing Shoal on Chancellor. Draw 7. Draw 7. And we should cast him with Veil of Summer Protection now. So green red is fine. Second red. Veil of Summer. Resolves. Blue. Labman. Draw. Well done. We won the match. We ended, looks like 2 and 3 with Neobrand. Would have ended 4 and 1. I'm a terrible player. Thank you so much for tuning in. Alex here with Lucksack Games, reminding you to hit that like button, hit that comment button, rate, subscribe, all the stuff the cool kids do, ring that bell, and if there's a deck you'd like to see played, please leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Alex here with Lucksack Games, telling you to have an awesome night.